வணக்கம் நண்பர்களே, இது உங்கள் V.Palanichamy. நம்ம இப்போ ஒரு 2, 3, 4 எபிசோட நம்ம என்ன பார்த்துட்ருக்கோம், சிவில் சர்வீஸில் மெயினில் இந்த வருஷம் 2023 கேட்கப்பட்ட கேள்விகளை பார்த்துட்ருக்கோம். அதில் நம்ம இன்றைக்கி பார்க்க போகிறது ஸ்பெஷல் எத்திக்ஸ் பேப்பர். இந்த சிவில் சர்வீசஸ் மெயின் எக்ஸாம் 2023 ஜெனரல் ஸ்டடீஸ் Paper-4, அந்த பேப்பர் பேர் தான் எத்திக்ஸ் பேப்பர். இந்த பேப்பர் 2 டிவிஷனாக இருக்குது. ஒன்று செக்ஷன் ஏ அண்ட் செக்ஷன் பி. செக்ஷன் ஏல 6 கேள்விகள், அதில் 6ல் சப்டிவிஷன் இருக்குது. ஏபின்னு இருக்குது. ஒரு கொஸ்டின் 3 கொஸ்டின் இருக்குது. ஸோ டோட்டலாக 130 மதிப்பெண்கள் ஏ பார்ட்டில். பி பார்ட்டில் மீதி இருக்கிறது ஒரு 6 கொஸ்டின். அது அந்த கொஸ்டின் பேராகிராஃப் படிச்சுட்டு நம்ம ஒரு முடிவு எடுத்து நமக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டோரி எழுதணும். அது 250 வேர்ட்ஸில் எழுதணும். இந்த ஃபஸ்ட்டு பார்ட் 150 வேர்ட்ஸில் எழுதணும். ஓகே, ஸோ இதுதான் இந்த ஸ்டோரி. டோட்டலாக கணக்கு பண்ணி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இந்த எத்திக்ஸ் பேப்பரில் ஒரு பையன் எழுத வேண்டியது இந்த ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஏ பார்ட்டில் 13 கேள்வி. ஸோ 13 5 195, அதாவது 1950 வார்த்தைகள் வச்சுக்கலாம், சுமார் ஒரு 2000. அப்புறம் அடுத்து இருக்கிறது ஒரு 8 கேள்வி. ஒரு கேள்வி 250 வார்த்தை. எகைன் இட்ஸ் அபவுட் 2000. ஸோ டோட்டலாக 4000. ஸோ அந்த வேர்டிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் கரெக்டாக தான் இருக்குது. ஆனால் இங்கே ஒரு டீட்டெயில்டாக இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு பேராகிராஃப் இருக்குது, 2வது பார்ட். ஸோ அது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம். சரி, நம்ம கேள்விகளை படிக்கலாம். ஓகே, செக்ஷன் ஏ, கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 1 ஏ. What do you understand by moral integrity and professional efficiency in the context of corporate governance in India? Illustrate with the suitable examples. B. International aid is an accepted form of helping resource-challenged nations. Comment on ethics in contemporary international aid. Support your answer with the suitable examples. Second question. Corruption is the manifestation of the failure of core values in the society. In your opinion, what measures can be adopted to uplift the core values in the society? B question. In the context of work environment, differentiate between coercion and undue influence with suitable examples. Question 3. Given below are 3 quotations of Greek thinkers. What do each of these quotations convey to you the present context? The simplest acts of kindness are the far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Mahatma Gandhi. B. To awaken the people, it is a woman who must be awakened. Once she is on the move, family moves, the village moves, the nation moves. Jawaharlal Nehru. C. Do not hate anybody, because that hatred that comes out of you must, the long run, come back to you. If you love, will come back to you, completing the circle. Swami Vivekananda. Question number 4. What really matters of success, character, happiness, and lifelong achievement in a definite set of emotional skills? Your EQ, not just purely cognitive abilities that are measured by conventional IQ tests. Do you agree with this view? Give reasons in support of your answer. B. Differentiate moral intuition from moral reasoning with suitable examples. 5. Is conscience a more reliable guide when compared to laws, rules, and regulations in the context of ethical decision making? Discuss. B. Probity is essential for an effective system of governance and socio-economic development. Discuss. 6th question. What were the major teachings of Guru Nanak? Explain their relevance in their contemporary world. B. Explain the term social capital. How does it enhance good governance? இதுக்கப்புறம் செக்ஷன் பி. ஸோ ஐ ஜஸ்ட் ரீட் இட். ஏன்னா இது எஸ்ஏ மாதிரி ஃபுல்லாக சிச்சுவேஷன், அப்புறம் நம்ம எப்படி முடிவு எடுக்கிறோம் அப்படிங்கிறது தான். ஓகே, ஸோ தி 7th question. You are working as an executive in a nationalized bank for several years. One day, one of your close colleagues tells you that her father is suffering from heart diseases and needs surgery immediately to survive. She also tells you that she has no insurance and the operation will cost rupees 10 lakh. You are also aware that fact that her husband is no more and that she is from lower middle class. You are empathetic about her situation. However, apart from expressing your sympathy, you do not have resource to fund her. A few weeks later, you ask her about well-being of father and she informs you that he is successfully surgery and that he is recovering. She then confirms that the bank manager, was kind enough to facilitate the release of rupees 10 lakh from the dormant account of someone to pay the operation, with the promise that it should be confidential and be repaid at the earliest. She has already started paying it back and will continue to do so until it's returned. What are the ethical issues involved? Evaluate the behavior of the bank manager from ethical point of view. How would you react in these situations? Very interesting, very, very, very interesting. At the eighth question, a landslide occurred in the middle of the night around 20 July 2023 in remote mountain hamlet approximately 60 kilometers from Uttarkashi. The landslide was caused by torrential rains and has resulted in large-scale destruction of property and life. Yes, your district magistrate, the district magistrate collector of that area have rushed to spot the team of doctors, NGOs, media and police along with numerous support staff oversee such operations. A man came running to you with a request for urgent medical help for his pregnant wife who is in labor and losing blood. You directed your medical team to examine his wife. They return and convey that woman needs blood transfusion immediately. Upon inquiry, you came to know about that a few blood collection bags, blood group test kits are available in the ambulance accompanying your team. Few people of your team have already volunteered to donate blood. Being a physician who has undergraduated from AIMS, you know the blood for the transfusion needs to be procured only through the recognized blood banks. Your team members are ready to facilitate in the delivery provided that are not penalized for transfusion. Now, you are in a dilemma. Your professional training emphasizes on prioritizing service to humanity and saving lives of individuals. A. What are the ethical issues involved in this case? B. Evaluate the options available to you being district magistrate of the area. Very good. Ninth question. At 9 p.m. on Saturday evening, Rasika, a joint secretary, was still engrossed in her work in her office. Her husband Vikram is executing in an MNC and frequently out of town connection with this work. Their 2 children aged 5 and 3 are looked after by their domestic helper. At 9:30, her superior, Mr. Suresh, calls her and asks her to prepare a detailed note on an important matter to be discussed in a meeting in the ministry. She realizes that she will have to work on Sunday to finish the additional task given by her superior. She reflects on how she had looked forward to this posting and had worked long hours for months to achieve it. She had kept the welfare of people uppermost in discharging her duties. She feels that she has not done enough justice to her family and she has not fulfilled her duties in discharging essential social obligations. Even as recently as last month, she had to leave her sick child in the nanny's care and she had to work in the office. Now, she feels that she must draw a line beyond which her personal life should take precedence over her professional responsibilities. She thinks that there should be reasonable limits to the work ethics such as punctuality, hard work, dedication to duty and selfless service. A. Discuss the ethical issues involved in this case. B. Briefly describe at least 4 laws that have been enacted by the government with respect to providing a healthy, safe, and equitable working environment for women. See, imagine you are in a similar situation. What suggestions would you have make to mitigate such working conditions? 10th question. Vinod is an honest and sincere IAS officer. Recently, he has taken over as a managing director of the State Transport Corporation. His sixth transfer in the past 3 years. His peers acknowledged his vast experience, vast knowledge, affability, and uprightness. The chairman of the State Transport Corporation is a powerful politician and is very close to Chief Minister. Vinod comes to know about it and many alleged irregularities of the corporation and high-handedness of the chairman in financial matters. A board member of the corporation belonging to the opposition party meets Vinod and hands over a few documents along with the video recording in which the chairman appears to be demanding bribe for placing a huge order for a supply of QMR tires. Vinod recollects the chairman expediting clearing of pending bills of QMR tires. Vinod confronts the board member as why he is shying away from exposing the chairman with the so-called solid proof he has with him. The member informs him that the chairman refuses to yield to his threats. He adds that Vinod may earn recognition as a public and public support if he himself exposes the chairman. Further, he tells Vinod that once his party comes to power, Vinod's professional growth would be assured. Vinod is aware that he may be penalized if he exposes the chairman and may further be transferred to a distant place. He knows that the opposition party stands a better chance of coming to power in the forthcoming elections. However, he also realizes that the board member is trying to use his or his own political gains. As a conscientious civil servant, evaluate the options available to the Vinod. B. In the light of above case, comment upon the ethical issues that may arise due to the politicization of bureaucracy. 11th question. You have just been appointed as Additional Director General of Central Public Works Department. The Chief Architect of your division, who is to retire in 6 months, is passionately working on a very important project, the successful completion of which would earn his lasting reputation for the rest of his life. A new lady architect, Seema, trained in Manchester School of Architecture, UK, joined senior architect in your division. During the briefing about the project, Seema made some suggestions which would not only add value to the project but would also reduce the completion time. This had made the chief architect insecure and he is constantly worried that all credit will go to her. Subsequently, he adopted a passive and aggressive behavior towards her and has become disrespectful to her. Seema felt it embarrassing as the chief architect left no chance of humiliating her. He would very often correct her in front of other colleagues and raise his voice while speaking to her. This continuous harassment has resulted in her losing confidence and self-esteem. She felt perpetually tense, anxious, and stressed. She appeared to be in awe of his since he has had a long tenure in his office and has vast experience in the area of her work. You are aware of her outstanding academic credentials and career record to previous organizations. However, you fear that this harassment may result in compromising her much needed contribution in this important project and that may adversely impact her emotional well-being. You have also come to know from her peers that she is contemplating tendering her resignation. A. What are the ethical issues involved in the above case? B. What are the options available to you in order to complete the project as well as to retain Seema in the organization? C. What would be your response to Seema's predicament? What measures would you institute to prevent such occurrence from happening in your organization? 12th question. You hold a responsible position in a ministry in the government. One day in the morning, you received a call from the school of your 11-year-old son that you are required to come and meet the principal. You proceed to the school and find your son in the principal's office. The principal informs you that your son had been found wandering aimlessly in the grounds during the time of class was in progress. The class teacher further informs you that your son has lately become a loner and did not respond to questions in the class. He had also seen unable to perform well in the football trials held recently. You bring your son back from the school, and also in the evening you along with your wife try to find out the reasons for your son's changed behavior. After repeated cajoling, your son shares that some children had been making fun of him in the class as well as the WhatsApp group of the students by calling him stunted too and the frog. He tells you the names of the few children who are main culprits but pleads with you, let matter rest. After a few days during a sporting event where you and your wife have gone to watch your son play, one of your colleagues' son shows a video which students have circulated, in which students have caricatured your son. Further, he also points out to be perpetrators who were sitting in the stands. You purposefully walk past them with your son and go home. Next day, you find a social media a video denigrating you and your son and even your wife, stating that you engaged in physical bullying of children in the sports field. The video became viral on social media. Your friends and colleagues began calling you to find out the details. One of your juniors advised you to make a counter video giving the background and explaining that nothing had happened in the field. You in turn posted a video which you have captured during the sporting event, identifying the likely perpetrators who were responsible for your son's predicament. You have also narrated that has actually happened in the field and made attempts to bring out adverse effects and of misuse of social media. A. Based on the above case study, discuss the ethical issues involved in the use of social media. B. Discuss the pros and cons of using social media by you to put across the facts to counter fake propaganda against your family. ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் தி கொஸ்டின்ஸ். நம்ம டீட்டெயிலாக பேசலை, ஏன்னா இதில் பேசுகிறதுக்கு ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி திங்க் பண்ணுவாங்க. அதனால் நம்ம இதில் ஐடியா கொடுக்கல. இதை லிசன் பண்ணுங்கள், ஒரு முறைக்கு 2 முறை. இதுக்கு எப்படி பதில் பண்ணால் நல்லாயிருக்கும்னு பாருங்கள். வில் மீட் வித் சம் அதர் வீடியோ. தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச்.
வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, பெல் ஐக்கன் பிரஸ் பண்ண மறந்து போயிடாதீங்க. அப்பதான் நாங்கள் போஸ்ட் பண்ற வீடியோவோட நோட்டிஃபிகேஷன் உங்களுக்கு வரும்.